professional, I think. That would be something Will Ferrell would probably. That would be a callback. Calling back a previously mentioned thing. Astute moment. The idea of improvising the scenes is something I'm sure I will never have the chance to enjoy again. It's a possibly unique situation that very early on, like the second or third episode, I keep mentioning Bill Lawrence, but he's integral to the thing. He runs the show. He knew that I was an improviser, that we had a weekly show with friends, and he had seen the show, so he knew I could make up stuff. And he said, yeah, say the line, and then if you think of something else, add that, or put it instead if you think it's funnier. He was very trusting. And it worked the first time, and it just became part of the deal. And Zach Braff is a big part of this, that he's also comfortable. If you play the scene one way, we rehearse it because it's single camera, there's no audience. So you rehearse it, and yeah, that's good. And it's sort of like, or one time I say this, and then you say that, yeah, good. And then we became so adept at it that we would do several versions of the same scene. And sometimes it's like, okay, or just as the camera's running, all right, ask me again. Blah, 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 ask me again. Blah, blah, blah. Just saying a different answer each time. And Bill was totally comfortable with that and would just pick the best take in editing. And oftentimes it was something he hadn't written, which is a big tip of the hat to him, because a lot of people have egos that they would not allow you to change their script. They would go with, say the one that I wrote. If it's funny, it's funny, and you keep it in. And oftentimes there are, the scenes got longer. He said to me the other day, even though we're done now, he's still around editing. And he said, I'm answering really long, is that okay? Okay. This is supposed to be a short answer, I'm not doing it right. He said, that, well, I guess I can tell you this. He would tell you. He's constantly telling tales out of school. He said, well, I shouldn't say this, we'll cover this big, but here you go. He raised as a coke addict, and I can clean that up. But he said he had to train McGinley through editing to do his speeches a certain way. And if he, as it is, he does his no, and stretching, you didn't, or whatever. He makes his speeches longer than they are written, and like training a pump or something, he'd illustrate to John through editing what he needs him to do. Like he'd see it on television, and hey, that speech was really short. Was it? I don't know. That's how it turned out. And then John said it straight, and it all made it. Here's the point. It's like you can play around. You can make it your own. Just don't go crazy. You're making a 1-minute speech and go 4-minute speech. So what you saw on television was less than McGinley's actually doing. There was more of it. And don't let it come off that I'm saying anything bad about McGinley. He's excellent at that role and every other thing he's done. Also, he loses his temper very easily, and I don't want to be. I don't want to say that first. But anyway, he said he would save time with other ways of cutting scenes, don't work. And he said, and plus we had to always add time, so we know that your scenes would get longer. And that could be selfish on my part, but it's up to him what he wants to leave in. But it's been a great time doing scenes and then play. And all the directors that come in know that. It's like, just, once you got what you got, say, now do you want to play around? And yeah, sure. And it's been a great time. One of the early ones, and I don't know if this is worth citing as an example, but it was fun. Are the doors open because it's hot in here, or because we want to get the people in the hall? I don't know. There was a time, and I feel I have to stand to it just because I was standing in the scene. J.D. and Elliot, I think, come up and he says, tell her that you're a terrible man. And he, something or other. And there's a little boy appeared. And he goes, she goes, J.D., how dare you? And he says, well, who's this? And I said, that's my son. She goes, how could you? That's and he's like, I didn't know. And he leaves, and then I say, who the hell are you? Or something like that. I say, who the hell are you? And he just stares at me, and this 2-year-old, or whatever he was told, you walk up there, stand there, look at him, and then your part's over. That's what you do. And so we did that, and he stood there. And so they leave, and I go, who the hell are you? And he's still looking at me. I go, why don't you beat it? But his job is to stay there. 2 years old. So I come on, beat it. Scram. And he's still standing there. So I go, stick around. And just as I was having a moment, and then when I watch it on Tuesday, that's all there. And that's a big kick to me, I must say. It's very fun to make something up on the moment that ends up considered valid enough to be in the finished product.
It seems like a great bunch of people to work with. Like,